Hello, everybody, and welcome to your month ahead reading. Can you believe it is already time to do April? Because I can't. This is going really fast this year. So I hope you've had a great start to your year. We're wrapping up the first quarter. I do want to take this time to remind you that I offer one-on-one services, and I actually have an event coming up where I will be in person. It's called the Victory of Light. It's in Sharonville, Ohio, if you're not familiar. It's also known as the Body, Mind, Spirit Expo at this point. But I will be there April 15th and 16th. I will be in the same spot as I was last time for those of you who were able to come see me. It was booth 815. So I will be offering in-person readings and shamanic healings. I think I do either 20 minutes or 30-minute sessions, but they are discounted price. So I can reach as many of you beautiful souls as possible. Anyway, let's take a look at our groups. Spirit really wanted to hit the rose quartz home. So for group number 1, and Sweet Pea's excited too, if you can hear her. We have this larger piece of rose quartz. For group number 2, we have a rose quartz bracelet with a tree charm. They almost look like they're glowing. And then for group number 3, we have this sweet little crescent moon rose quartz crystal. So take all the time you need. It feels like we're going to be connecting to the heart. That keeps coming up over and over, but that's what I'm getting, y'all. So feel free to pause the video here if you need more time to figure out which pile you are connecting with. Otherwise, feel free to scroll down and click on the timestamp listed below, and I will see you at the top of your reading. So for those of you who chose group number 1 with the largest piece of rose quartz, let's go ahead and get your messages for the month of April. First of all, do I have your permission to connect to your energy and deliver Spirit's messages today? If that's a yes, I hope you're still here. Let's see what you're going to be dealing with overall in the month of April. Safe home number 39. I cast the circle roundabout. Safety now is beyond doubt. So maybe you are moving or renovating your house. Sweet Pea is going wild. But it feels like maybe your energy has been very heightened over this situation. This could also have to do with safe traveling. So just making sure that you are booking a room that you're going to be happy with and in an area that feels safe for you. So overall, Spirit is telling you in this month of April, whatever's coming up for you, you are safe. You are where you need to be. You are protected in spirit as well. So you don't have to focus so much on protecting yourself, but rather trusting that you are protected and that you will attract situations that are safe for you. So I haven't used this deck in a while, but Spirit really wanted me to get this out. So let's see. Oh my gosh. Sweet Pea wanted to ring the Tibetan temple bell for you. So I feel like whatever's going on in April, it's very difficult for you to calm down about it. So let's see what type of crystal might be helpful for you during this time. So for group number 1, what crystal do you want to recommend, Spirit? Whoa. Okay, we'll take these. So let's take a look at the first one. And this is kunzite. Okay, let's see. Cuddly. Anyone with a heavy heart about something. Collectors of good vibration. Let me make sure that that is in focus for you. Open up your love channel. Actually, let's look at the beautiful crystal like that. And then for your second crystal, ooh, this heart chakra is big for you, group number 1. This is malachite. Claim your success. Malachite for me is all about manifestation and abundance, and both green and pink are heart chakra colors. So your heart chakra is calling to you, group number 1, reminding you to bring love into every situation and joy. Your spirit guides really want you to be happy and for you to be enjoying this process. It seems like a bustling month for you. Again, you know, my kitty cat Sweet Pea really feels that, but uh, spirit's like, there's no need to be alarmed. We really want you to be able to breathe enough through this that you have a good time and that you enjoy the abundance that is being magnetized towards you. And I'm also hearing the safer you feel, the more you attract. So that is a mantra for you for the month of April, group number one. Let's get a couple tarot cards for you to just kind of clarify the dynamic that you're dealing with. I just heard keep it brief. So maybe even watching this video is like you have to force yourself to sit still. I just feel like I can't even sit still. I feel like the speed of my speaking is picking up, and my volume's raising too. So it's like there's a real sense of urgency in your energy field. And Spirit's wanting to kind of soothe that. They're saying, we understand, but also like we want to help you. Group number one. Getting the number 3, so we'll take a look at what 3 tarot cards are for you. Yeah, we have the 5 of Wands. So this just means I just got the name of that movie that's out, Everything Everywhere All at Once. So this is for you just competing ideas and priorities in your head. Just trying to figure out what is like the most urgent, although all of it feels very urgent. So I don't know what's happening for you. Oh, we have the 10 of Cups. Okay, this goes perfectly with Safe Home. So this is all about, you know what? I think this is the card of the week as well. If you follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube, I think I post it everywhere. This is our card of the week. So very much a card of deep emotional fulfillment, connecting with family and friends. There could be like a celebration or an event in the month of April. Some big connection. Legacy can also be involved in the 10 of Cups. So this could be, you know, generations of people who have done the same thing or are connected to the same group. So if it's not a biological family, it could be like a family of spiritual people or entrepreneurs or just writers, like someone who does the things that you do. I can see you connecting in the month of April. And then to round that out, we have the Knight of Coins. So Spirit is asking you to take small practical steps one at a time, one foot in front of the other to help kind of temper this energy because it feels quite intense. That's kind of where you're coming from. But this is truly a season of joy for you, group number one, with the 10 of Cups. There's a lot of happiness and laughs and good times to be had for you. And so Spirit's essentially like, we want you to be able to be present enough to really understand that and savor it while it is here, while it lasts. Okay. So I'm being drawn over here to this lessons deck. Let's see what lesson you're taking care of, or maybe kind of contextualize some of this, dare I say, anxious energy, heightened energy. So what is group number one dealing with? I almost feel like you're overstimulated. So maybe you just need time to yourself, away from other people. Maybe other people's energies feel quite overwhelming to you at this time, and that's okay. Oh, we have loneliness. I know that I'm never alone. And then I feel one more for you. And we have doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Okay. So I wonder if we have a similar energy type, because it feels like you're in a season of life where you're looking around and you're like, I want to build my group of friends. And that's a beautiful thing. I mean, you kind of have to advocate for yourself in that. And I feel like you've already realized that. But at the same time, please do not force yourself to be around a ton of people when you're feeling totally depleted. It feels like you are someone who gains energy by being alone and doing your own work and taking care of yourself. And Spirit is saying, please do not doubt your need to be alone sometimes. There's a lot of inner conflict going on. So you might be feeling tempted to escape that and like go out with friends and go drinking and stuff. And like that's definitely in the cards for you for the month. But Spirit's just like, don't overdo it. You know what I mean? It feels like there's a nice balance that could be struck here for you between alone time and time with friends and family and loved ones. Yeah, and I just heard, don't go on autopilot. So I don't feel like you are right now, but I feel like that could happen. So they're just saying, let's avoid that. Okay. Let's get a couple more pieces of advice for you. Group number 1. Got quite a busy energy going on for this month. Advice for group number 1, please. That feels like it's it. We have a new romantic cycle begins. All right. I feel like you're up leveling, so maybe you have been working on yourself, maybe even like your appearance. I believe this is a Libra card. Yeah, new moon in Libra. Libra's like very fashionable and very social. So maybe you're even like looking at your wardrobe or getting your hair done or something like that. But for you, right? It's like to boost your confidence so that you're able to interact with people more openly. So that is a beautiful thing. And so are you. I just heard that. And then we also have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. Yeah, we kind of touched on this under here with the Knight of Pentacles. Just putting one foot in front of the other, moving one step at a time is really going to help your mind stop racing so much. So I don't know if you're planning like a big event or a big trip or something, but Spirit's almost like, let's pump the brakes a little bit so you don't drive yourself crazy. Okay. All right, let's finish off with some divine abundance for you, group number 1. All right, what divine abundance is in store for group number 1 for the month of April? I hope you don't have whiplash from this reading. I feel like it's moved so fast. But that's just, I might just be feeling connecting to your energy so much that I'm like, boom, 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 let's go. Let's keep it moving. All right. Oh, grief. Okay. Tears are what happen when the ice in the heart melts. Yeah. Echoing this initial message that came through about your heart chakra. You might be grieving an old version of your life that was quite lonely. And now all these people have shown up, and it's just kind of been, it's almost like a good challenge to have. It's like, how can I find more time to myself so I can recharge? Okay. And then we have divine abundance. I mean, that is just clear as day, divine abundance for you. That goes perfectly with this 10 of Cups card under here. I almost want to pull this up so you can see. Yeah, let's do that. Perfect. Wow, so I feel like you've been through very low lows, if I'm honest, group number 1, and then I feel like you're coming into very high highs, and it's almost causing doubt, like, is this too good to be true? Where's the catch? When is the other shoe going to drop? It's not, okay? It's not. So the more you can reground your energy on your own terms, the better you're going to be able to handle these big, big changes. But this is a big, beautiful month for you, group number 1. I am so happy for you. So those were your messages. If you chose group number 1 with this largest piece of rose quartz we had available today, I'm sending you tons of love and light, and I will see you next time. Bye. And let's get started with group number 2. If you chose this beautiful rose quartz bracelet, well, if I can get it to turn the right way, with the tree charm, let's get your messages for the month of April. Okay, and before we get started, I want to ask you, group number 2, for your divine permission to connect to your energy and deliver Spirit's messages today. Right, if that's a yes, I hope you're still here. Let's get started with what you will mainly be encountering in the month of April. Harvest, number 43. As the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. Wow. So something you've been working on that you've been sowing seeds for, I'm getting at least like a year. This feels like a long time. The number 7 could be significant up here. 4 and 3 together, of course, are 7 in numerology. Um, and in real life too. So you might have a good sense of humor. I just kind of heard you crack a joke there. I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, plain and simple, you deserve it. Everything coming to you in April in a good way. This is what you've been working for. So you might catch a big break at work. You might get a monetary reward. You might meet your person, come across all these friends that you've been attracting in your life, make big progress with your physical health. Whatever you've been dedicating your time to, slowly, day by day by day by day, you're going to see a big manifestation come through for you in the month of April. So let's take a look at what crystals Spirit recommends for you during this time. This deck is so hard to shuffle. I think I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so for group number 2, it's harvest time in the season of April. This one wanted to come out. What crystals do you recommend for this group for their highest good? Oh, okay. So let's take a look. Oh, we have 3 under here. Interesting. Okay, so all right, so they came out in this order, I suppose. So let's take a look at this first one. It's beautiful color here. That is Larimar. Slow your roll. Okay, let me make sure that's in focus for you. When you feel like all of the world's problems are suddenly just your problem. Chill is a choice. Ride the cool breeze with Larimar. Okay. Oh, any Aries. It is Aries season, I believe, in April, isn't it? Is that like the beginning of it? So you might be an Aries, but this seems to be, oh, and you got 2 blue ones. That's very interesting. So it seems like there could be something to do with the throat chakra as well. So finding the right words that aren't so hot uh, in the right environment seems to be important for you. I believe this is Angelite. Let's see. Oh, Celestite. Okay, beautiful. When to use it? When it's time to stop and really listen. With Celestite as a guide, you might be surprised what you hear. Tune into your serenity. So very interesting to the message of Larimar. So I'm actually glad we had a 3rd one come out. Let's see. We have Black Tourmaline. Protect your light. Anytime you take public transportation, find yourself in a crowd, or hear that sucking sound of a coworker, family member, malignant demon, my gosh, taking more from you than you are giving back. Okay, so we might need some boundaries, especially with someone who loves to talk or someone you have a lot of verbal communication with here, okay? Very important to protect your boundaries and your energy. So interesting, very specific kind of message, seemingly unrelated to this harvest, or maybe you will see harvest despite that. Let's take a look at the tarot and see what kind of clarity Spirit can offer us. So what's the dynamic that group number 2 will be dealing with in the month of April? And what was that about, honestly? Excuse me, we had the devil come out. And I believe one of the words on this card was demon. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. We had 2 kind of flip over here. Oh, wow. And very intense cards, group number 2. We have the 5 of coins and the emperor. Okay. So this is huge for you. April's huge. I feel like you have really been challenging your lack mindset or tendency to feel left out or even betrayed by someone. You might feel quite wary of others, very slow to trust. You're just kind of suspicious of others before trusting them. And that's, it's because of what you've dealt with in the past with this devil energy here. Now, the devil can talk about like addiction and negative patterns, cords that need to be cut. It could also have to do with deceit, though. And I feel like you've been deceived in the past. So whether this feels like it could be a relationship or career situation for you, honestly. That's mostly what I'm getting, but it could apply to a different situation. So perhaps even family, if it's not a romantic relationship. But over here in the Emperor, it looks like you're really getting control of that, really getting a handle on this emotional state in the month of April. This is also a monetary state, clearly with Pentacles here. I think Sweet Pea's about to say hello to us. But I mean, we have the Five of Pentacles coming out almost to clarify the harvest. So Spirit's like looking at it through this lens. This is an enormous win for group number 2. So maybe like a job that you thought was terrible, sucking your energy, sucking your life force, maybe it finally gives back to you in this month. And you're like, love to see that. Didn't think I could trust anyone here, but here we are. And it seems like either you are stepping into this Emperor energy or someone in leadership is stepping forward and saying, hey, I see your worth. Let's go. Like, let's get you promoted. Let's get you a new opportunity. So I'm seeing big, big stuff for you in the works. If you're an entrepreneur, you would be the Emperor. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. They just clarified that difference. So this does feel very career oriented for you. If you just weren't sure if this was your pile, this feels like a career pile. So let's take a look at what lesson is being worked out. I want to clarify this devil over here. So what's that about, Spirit? What lesson is being worked out with the devil? I am happy to say that is, if you look at this 3-card spread traditionally, it'd be past, present, future. So it looks like you are leaving behind the devil, and your future in the month of April will be this Emperor energy, which is strong, powerful, stable, and with a big harvest coming with them too. So what lesson is being worked out here? We have pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So there could have been a big clash of personalities here. This is a workplace, maybe a big blow up, someone you just really did not get along with. And maybe it could have been on both sides, honestly, the pride. It just feels like for whatever reason, and let's not point fingers, for whatever reason, okay, so they're actually clarifying. So Spirit's like, no, let's point fingers at this other person. So this could have been someone who you previously had to work with a lot face to face. It feels like they're gone somehow. So maybe they moved on, or maybe they were even removed, but it feels like they were very prideful. They were unable to understand how they were creating barriers, and you just didn't feel like you could trust them enough to meet them there. So it just feels like you were not able to communicate and work that out. But that's being left behind. So lovely. Okay. Let's get some advice for you. I didn't expect all this spice to come out on top of your harvest card. Okay, Spirit, so why are we getting into this? Like, what advice do you have for group number 2 so they can really embrace this harvest in April? Any advice for group number 2? I just heard it's not me, it's you. So maybe you thought like, I've got to break up with this job. I've got to break up with this situation over this. So it might really surprise you, the progress that you see. It almost feels like a reward. So you might be recognized by your workplace or in your business, which, yeah, it just feels like you're not expecting that. A new romantic cycle begins. Group number 1 got this. So if you were torn between those two, I would definitely recommend going back and watching group number 1. In this case, well, okay, so there could be some career people here and some people who are considering a romantic relationship. So it feels like you are, if you're in a romantic relationship and all this is applying to that, you all are starting a new chapter together, and you're able to move past all of this pride and ego and fear. If this is a career situation, I feel like you are starting a new social situation. So you're able to come out of your shell more. Because if you're feeling like you can't trust anybody, you probably retreat and feel alone a lot, as illustrated here. But now moving into April, you're able to, because Libra's very social, they're very friendly. You're able to connect with people in a way that was not possible before. So definitely talk to people when you're feeling good. Say good morning. If you're an entrepreneur, create when you're feeling really good. Put that positivity out there. Voice it specifically. Use that throat chakra. Ooh, conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Yeah, I feel like some type of karma is being worked out for you. I feel like you've done your part and now divine timing is at play here. So within the month of April, you're going to see a big piece of the puzzle kind of like fit right down in there. So let's see what divine abundance is in store for you, group number 2, the month of April. What divine abundance is in store for group number 2? They've really been through it in this situation, but we've got the harvest card. So what other good things are we seeing? Okay. Oh, we have love. Maybe some of you singles are calling in love because there's 2 cards here mentioning love. So I don't want to totally dismiss that. I know I did earlier. We also have individuality. Isn't that interesting? Very yin yang energy in this group. Okay. We also have for you sacrifice. Look at all this pink here. And I feel like there's one more. Awakening. So pink and green, you've got a big heart chakra moment as well. Group number 1 had that. So very deep connections between these 2 groups. Okay, let me take a look at this. So it could be that whatever this chapter was we were taking a look at with kind of the drama, clashing of egos, it could be that that was so stressful that you were shutting part of yourself down because it was just too much. You didn't want to be emotional or overly raw in that situation. And now that it's beginning to lift and it's going to start to clear out in April. If you need a clearing, I would definitely seek one. If that resonates for you, it feels like there could be a cord that needs to be cut. But I feel like you're allowing yourself to feel and express love again by the end of April. So that's beautiful. And then sacrificing your individuality. So this could even be like deciding to work with a team of people, deciding to collaborate when you would typically do things on your own. But I'm seeing a lot of people like interacting with people in a way that feels really good. Oh, and that perfectly ties in your item because a dear friend gave this to me long ago and I treasure it. So those are your messages if you chose group number 2 with the tree charm bracelet. I'm sending you tons of love and light, and I will see you very soon. Bye. And last but not least, let's get started with group number 3. If you chose this adorable moon rose quartz, let's get your messages for the month of April. Before we get started, I want to ask for your sacred permission to connect to your energy and deliver Spirit's messages today. And I wanted to take a light, refreshing breath with that. So if you said yes, I hope you are still here. Let's get started with the overall energy you will be encountering for the month. I fumbled over my words a little bit, so I wonder if communication might come up for you. Let's take a look. Oh, we have fertility. 37. Let all take root, seed and sprout. Let new life be all about. Ooh, and 3-7, of course, that would add up to be a 10, which is a number of completion. So this seems like a big happy ending for you, group number 3. So it could be something you've planned for a while is finally taking shape or coming to fruition. So you could have an event, a trip, you could meet someone, something like that. Something very significant is actually materializing for you in the month of April. This seems like a pretty abundant month for a lot of people. So let's take a look at your crystals. I haven't used this deck very much, but Spirit really wanted to recommend crystals for everybody. So what crystals will most support group number 3 in their month of fertility in April? I'm just getting this spacious kind of silence, which is really, really nice. So I feel like there's a total change of pace for you. Either things are going to speed up and become very, very active in this month, or they're going to slow way, 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 way down. Some type of extreme. So if you know, if things leading up to this reading have been very quiet, it's about to get busy, or vice versa. Ooh. Well, I was about to knock, but these two just flicked out, so I think we'll take those. Oh, it's actually 3. Surprise. Okay, you might have a little surprise that might be a yes and in your month of April. So expect something good. Let's take a look at your first crystal. It's beautiful. Okay, and it's garnet. Get into your depth, when to use it. When you feel like the real you is getting lost in the sometimes shallow, often materialistic priorities of a likes-driven culture. So you may be planning to take time to unplug from social media. If not, this is absolutely a pretty clear invitation to do so. Who needs it? Writers who aren't writing, painters who aren't painting, sexual beings who aren't sexing. So this is definitely a time to get in touch with your sacral chakra and get very creative. Okay, and this was the surprise. That is sapphire. Find your tranquil place. When to use it, when resentments are doing more damage to you than you're holding them against. Okay, I'm just heard radical forgiveness. So if you're not familiar with that exercise, a dear friend of mine set me up with these amazing worksheets. So it feels like maybe forgiveness is on the table in the month of April, or someone might even forgive you or reach out to you and kind of relieve you of pressure that you've been putting on yourself. Who needs it? Students of ancient wisdom. So you might be getting in touch with an old form of art, maybe like sketching or painting, something that uses like really simple materials, it seems, with these two combined. So I wonder if you're taking a class or you're planning to take like some type of, it feels educational. It looks like you are, I can see you like watching someone as they give a lecture or they show you around someplace. Okay, and then lastly for the crystals, we have smoky quartz. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Arm your spiritual warrior. When to use it, when you fall prey to emotional vampires. When you're just too spacey and can't even, when you're embarking on a spiritual journey. I feel like a piece of this in your pocket would be excellent for this month. I just got that super clearly. Yeah, this will really, really ground your energy and help you stay very focused and on task. I just feel like for a lot of you coming to this reading, it's been pretty quiet and it's about to pick up big time in April. So we definitely want to help you feel grounded during this time. Let's get some tarot on the table and see what type of dynamic you will be dealing with. So for group number 3, what type of dynamic are they handling energetically in the month of April? Oh, wow. Well, we sure can't take all of those, Spirit, but we'll take those 4. How about that? We'll do a nice little compromise. So you might need to compromise as well in the month of April. Maybe a plan that you've made you thought was rock solid, airtight. You wind up going, maybe I could shift that around. Okay, let's see. So we have the 9 of Swords. The Sun. Beautiful. Justice. Beautiful. Epic. And The Five of Swords. What are you worried about? Oh, okay. Wow. Look at all of this tremendous energy right in the middle of your month, and then I just feel like you're just worried about other stuff on the periphery. So this could be indicating like if you don't feel super worried leading up to this, because if you look at this left to right, that's usually like past, present, future. So if you're not feeling worried in this moment, it could be that there's just little things coming up that are a little overwhelming mentally. Like, how am I going to be able to deal with this? Am I going to be able to overcome this? It could also just point to a lack of sleep. So for some of you, you could be feeling like a time change difference or something like that. But obviously in the middle here, we have the sun and justice. So I feel like karma is on your side, justice is on your side. You're going to be receiving some like favorable news. So if you're waiting for like legal documents or something to be worked out, this is definitely going to be working out in your favor. Absolutely. Sweet Pea just said yes. Also, the sun is just a great time, great weather, happiness, joy, rebirth. So I feel like it's time for a new version of yourself to step into the picture. Then in the Five of Swords over here, oh, I see. So these two are connected. So Justice and the Five of Swords. I'm hearing I meant what I said. So it could be that you're feeling like maybe you said too much to someone and it didn't feel fair, or maybe that was done to you. Someone said something or did something that was unfair. It could be that something belongs to you and has been taken. Either way, you were feeling defeated. And then in the month of April, it's made right. So something that was lost is returned to you. That could even be money for some of you, some type of settlement, a sale goes through. Something is made right. Something is cleaned up because it needed to be. That's interesting. So for this group, it's like this is your present or the past, past, present, and then that's your future. Interesting. So I feel like you're really honing your focus for this month. That could be what you're doing presently. You could be really preparing for something that's pretty big, embarking on some type of journey. We have a little boat down here. Okay. I feel like these two cards here have Egyptian imagery. I wonder if that is significant for you. Okay. I waited for more information and they said, that's it. So maybe that'll just be a short little validating message for someone who was like, is this my group? And then the Egypt stuff came through and they were like, oh yeah, it is. Okay. So what lesson is being worked out for group number 3? There's maybe some worry or sleepless nights, or is there anything that we could do to clarify that, Spirit? We have fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. That could even be like your belief about love, or even fear of love, fear of getting it wrong, fear of a manifestation coming through, meeting your person, and then it's not what you expected it to be, or it's the same mistakes again. We also have humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Absolutely. There's lots to be grateful for this month. And then judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Oh, wow. That's a great companion to justice over here. So there could have been some really harsh words spoken, or just like a harsh, kind of brutal process. If it's like a settlement or something like that, maybe it was quite difficult and arduous and it didn't need to be. And there could have been a lot of judgment there, like, does it need to be this way? Can't we just be professional about this? It doesn't have to be so personal. So it's interesting to see such intensity, fear, and judgment, and then humor in the middle. So it's almost like Spirit's like, we've got this. Please just lighten up and enjoy this month. I feel like you have big, beautiful things planned for yourself this month. And Spirit's like, just don't be bothered by this old stuff. We're taking care of that. Okay, good. I'm glad they clarified that. So I was like, is there something we need to do about these swords? Okay. Let's get some additional advice for you, group number 3. All right, any advice for group number 3 on how to release fear and judgment? I know it's already in progress. Anything they could do to really embrace that process? I'm just seeing a lot of energy around you. You might want to look into setting boundaries with Spirit. So it could just be that there's a lot of people trying to talk to you if you're sensitive, like people hanging out in your house. It doesn't feel like anything bad. It just feels like a lot of energy kind of building up around you. And that would just make you feel like pressurized. That could be why you're not sleeping. Oh my gosh. There could be someone in Spirit that's waking you up at night. And then we have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. That card came out for another group as well. What else? Okay, yeah, so we put that over the fear card. So to overcome fear or work with fear, just making practical, step-by-step, bite-size steps of a plan can really help you get a handle on that, instead of letting your mind run away from you of like all the bad things that could go on. And then we have time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Yeah, so this this karma over here with the judgment card, I know they're kind of buried right now. The judgment card and the 5 of swords. Or no, it was justice, judgment, 5 of swords. That situation's coming to an end this month, and I think it's best for everyone. And it just feels like it's time to let it go. So this might be something that you've thought long and hard about how unfair it is and how you wish you would have said this, or why did they say that, or I didn't like the way they handled that. It's going to be handled. It's going to be done, and you're going to be able to move on in the month of April. So that is good news. And then let's end your reading on a high note with divine abundance. So what divine abundance is in store for group number 3 in the month of April, Spirit? I just heard getting back to your true nature. So you might be taking time to like embrace an activity that you haven't in a while, pick something back up that really makes you feel in touch with who you are as a person. So this could be some kind of hobby, a way to create art. I think we got that travel message earlier. So for some of you, it could be like, I really feel like myself when I'm able to travel. I feel like you're making time to do that this month. Okay. So we have for you acceptance. Yeah. I feel like we're accepting that this karmic cycle is over. Finally, it's over. Like it may not have happened perfectly the way I wanted it to, but it's done, and I just want it to be done. So that's wonderful. We also have invite help. Okay. And letting go. So letting go of fear, accepting that the karma is dealt with, it's over. Invite help. I rarely get that card. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God, pursue me. And on the bottom of the deck, we have divine source. So I'm actually going to put that on the table because I feel like invite help from divine source, like not just any help, it's divine help. So definitely talk to your spirit guides, your archangels. If you're going on that trip, just ask that, remind them that you're going. say, I'd love it if you could come with me. And you might even invite them to help you see the lighter side of life. So, inviting them to make jokes, to um, make you laugh. You know, spirit does have a great sense of humor when we're able to see it. Um, so that could be a new side of your spiritual development that maybe you haven't explored as much, but it's definitely here if you're open to it. And I think that would just be a great time for you, group number 3. All right, so those were your messages if you chose the crescent moon shaped rose quartz. I almost said rose heart quartz. Um, so maybe a final message here about just putting your hands up to your heart. This prayer position here is really powerful for you. So that could be a way to center your energy. Like if you're on public transport or out around a lot of people, that could be a way to kind of just call your energy back to yourself. But okay, I promise that was the last message. Those were your messages. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you tons of love and light, and I will see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye.